Reminder for myself, أنا عبدك العجيز الضعيف مسكين ظالم الجهال but for the grace of Allah that we are still in existence. Alhamdulillah, on this holy night it's always a reminder that shaitan has no interest in us achieving a success. And if we don't learn the system, then we become a part of shaitan's plan. What it is to fight against oneself and to fight against big bad character is important to identify, because this is a science that's very easy to understand if people write it and live by it. That for holy nights the heart is like a satellite, and if we've seen the satellite dishes, they have to open up like a flower. And when it opens, these tajallis, manifestations that Allah want to send on holy nights and energies, when nights when the energies are increased, then what is shaitan's role? Is to block the satellite from opening. So by anger and testing, make the servant to enter into a state of anger regardless of what the cause, because that's where people fall. They think they have a just cause in their anger and their bad character. Regardless of the cause, the heart must remain open. As a result of being open, it receives the tajallis that Allah wants for it to receive, and that is our game in life. If you get tackled, then you did not score, and if you get tackled enough, then shaitan's playing with you like a cat plays with a mouse before he's about to eat it. So rijal means they are the men of God, which they don't play with shaitan and they know how to fight shaitan. Means that they understood the system, that there's a heavenly tajalli coming and shaitan's trying to bring about an anger, and as a result they do their practices, they make their wudu, they make their salawats, and they keep themselves shielded from this tajalli so that they can receive what Allah want for them to receive. And people can't identify and try with their nafs to say they have a justification for their anger, it's a justified anger. So in our spiritual physiology to understand is that if the anger is based on your soul or your nafs. If it's based on your nafs, it's that you feel upset, you feel degraded, you feel harmed, not physically, we're not talking physical things, that's straight out abusive. But you feel in a way that you've been brought down. Whatever you can imagine of egoistic understanding, and that it's your right to set yourself and set the situation straight. And therefore you justify your character and anger. Even on these days people will start emailing about their shipment is late, this is wrong, this is this, this is that, not realizing these are the tajallis of these nights that are coming in, and these are all from your nafs. Say, no shaykh, it's from my soul. Say, no, it's from your nafs. Because whatever you're doing, you're going to cut your connection with the shaykhs. So once you become angered, you're not going to set a shaykh straight, you're not going to set the tariqah straight, you're going to cut your own rope. So the shaykh is a mountain, awtadan jibalan awtadan, Allah describes in Qur'an that the mountains, they are like pegs, awtad. There's a category of awliyaullah who are the awtad, they are the pegs. They stabilize this existence, means they don't shake with shaitan's playing. As a result of their stability, your life is like you're climbing on their reality, because you're coming up through their teachings and through their practices. So when you cut and listen to shaitan and he angers you, and whatever the situation is and whatever event has taken place, you feel like you cut the mountain down, because it's not of the right mind to think like that. You hire a mountain on a rope, I'm going to cut the mountain. No, you cut your string and you're falling from the mountain. The mountain is still there, go back and look, the mountain is still there. You fell off of it. So we're not going to change the mountain, you're not going to change what Allah has sent as a test. So you identify, this is all my nafs, wanting some justification, some sort of vengeance, some sort of right, some sort of ability, and all of it is from the nafs. And if you go to the soul, say, what does the soul want? The soul is a servant of Allah, pure and clean. The soul has no interest in your nafs, and he knows that you partnered with shaitan. The soul wants you to be dead, wants you to be out of the way, and wants to return back to Allah. There's no interest in being on this earth. So nothing from the soul is excited about you cutting yourself with anger. The soul is actually very angry because you fed the wrong being. You fed that devil again and he's going to inflict harm against me. This is the soul's talk. That every time you feed that devil, you are coming against me even more. I actually want you out of the way, dead and into the grave, so I can go back to Allah. So the soul only wants that which glorifies Allah. The soul loves when you're brought down, when you're humiliated, when you're put into difficulty, because the soul has a problem with you, doesn't like you and doesn't like your partnership with the devil, and is a servant of Allah. So the soul never vindicates you and says, yeah, go do that, go get your right, you were talked to wrong, your boss bothered you, this person bothered you, they didn't tell you what they were supposed to tell you. Who cares? Imagine in your life if that situation right at that moment went before Allah, you died in that anger, and in the presence of Allah said, look what happened. Do you really think Allah cares about anything from your dunya? And says, really? Your boss said that? And that's why you arrived to me like this? And now you want all of eternity for that? Allah doesn't care. He says, I don't care for this dunya for a wing of a mosquito. Do you think Allah cares about any of these things? Or Allah only cares for that which is eternal. He says, but you put a zulumat against your soul. Every time you got angry, it's like you gave food to your devil and you oppressed the soul, and I'm actually going to now punish you for this anger you have. Because what you're harming is something from a haqq and from a reality. You're harming something from Allah's pure divine oceans. I set you upon this path and spiritual guides to teach you to bring down your nafs, bring down your anger, bring down your bad character, and how is it going to come to you? So if this is the objective that Allah has, so you put on your paper, Allah's objective is to bring down myself and my nafs and bring up the reality of my soul. This is your binary code. If you don't get it, you will never get it. Allah doesn't care for your job that you got it, you got a raise, you didn't get a raise, doesn't care about people in your household yelling at you, bothering you, being dishonest to you. Allah doesn't care for any of those things except your soul. What did you do to raise and glorify your soul? Did it praise